Okay, so we should be live by now. Let me quickly check it. Should be live. There's a little bit of a delay, I see. Okay, okay, yeah, we are live and the sound is working, so apparently we can start. Okay, so for those that do not know, my name is Hightech, and on these live streams I talk about what is happening today in the cryptocurrency market, what I think about it regarding 11 years of my experience. In between the lines, I explain what high-tech meme is and why you might be interested. So, Jesus is king, and let's go. So, allow me to quickly check if everything is organized here, but I suppose it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, so we can switch the screen. And yeah, this is my second live stream today. As I promised, to stop this one so it doesn't consume my bandwidth. And yeah, guys, if you have any questions, of course, write it in the live chat. You must subscribe to the channel in order to be able to do that. At least that's the way it should be working. And I see somebody has voted already in the poll. I hold. I do not sell my airdrops. That's good. That's good. Airdrops are not for selling, at least not immediately. Unless you think it's a total crap and nothing will ever come out of it, then you can sell. That's why I get angry whenever I airdrop high tech to anybody and I see they sell it like a day or two after. I get so angry. I immediately block people like that. Okay, so far so good. As you see on the Bitcoin chart, yesterday's daily closed in green, bouncing off 100k, so a very iconic support. That gives me some hope to today's daily gets green too, and that's somewhat important because today is Thursday. I mean, maybe not in your time zone yet, but in my time zone is already Thursday, and Thursdays are that much more important because you know for recent months, I think even like 5 months already, maybe. On Thursday we were red. We were practically could I don't know bet our heads on the rest of the week to be not really that good. So that statistics has been working very well recently. So I hope it's going to be a green one. I hope it will be a green Thursday. But judging by by what support we are sitting on, 100k, very round number, should be working very well. On top of that, I've been pointing out that Bitcoin does more or less the same stuff for last years, almost 3 years, right? It consolidates for a few months, goes sideways in this fashion, more or less, in a slightly descending channel. At the very end of that price action, it tries to shake out as much people as possible, and then just reverses, goes back up, recovers, and then goes higher. So that's exactly the thing I'm expecting this time around too. And until let me tell you, until I see in moments like this one here, in moments like this one here, by the way, don't pay attention to this these icons here because they don't really show the correct calculation, the correct signal. So yeah, until I see in moments like this here, an euphoria, a very optimistic sentiment across the board in the whole of the crypto space, I will be telling you this is not it. This is not it yet, right? Because bear markets do not start when everyone expects them. They start when things are really good. I mean, or at least I don't know. They're looking good and they're looking like there is tons of perspective ahead. And now, given crypto fear and greed index, I don't know how low it's going to be today. Okay, 24. So yesterday it was 20, and actually the day before yesterday. And from these last 24 hours, it has been 24. Nonetheless, very, very low. So this is not how a bear market starts. WebDemon says currently in the live. Okay. So yeah, WebDemon, I've seen your message. I mean, you're supposed to ask it in the live chat as well. I'm saying just in case. And you asked what Hightech actually is. And Hightech is a meme coin that I treat as my stock market, right? It's an indirect form of my stock market. So first of all, I'm permanently attached influencer to this coin because it has my face on it. There's literally my face on it. So it's like I don't know, like my son. I will not be able to shy away from. And yeah, whatever I will do, whatever I promote, actually, I'm saying it wrong. I will promote only this project. You will not see me promoting any other project. Meaning that while this YouTube channel grows, things diverge from what is happening here, and at some point it will catch up. So, like for example, in recent days I've seen quite a nice growth on my channel, but this one here hasn't moved yet. So hasn't moved yet. So that means we start to get a bullish divergence, right? The more my channel grows, the more bullish divergence there is here, because more people will know about this project, and more people will think about actually allocating something into it, right? And it's also a way of tipping me and my community at the same time, right? So if anyone is asking me how to send me a tip, I say just get yourself a little bit of Hightech, and this way I incentivize. I reward my my community, right? I work for my community. This is what I choose to do with this meme coin here, right? So whenever, for example, I need some money, let's say, I can sell a small amount here, something that will not harm the market. I don't know, a couple of hundreds of bucks if I really need it, or I have a very very good let's say purpose for it, destination for it. Then I can do it. I give myself the right to do it. But generally, the amount of value I put into must be at least, I don't know, 10 times greater than whatever I take from here, right? So the amount of work I put into it must bring it much more value than what I take from it. So that's in short. This is kind of a thing that anybody can do without any, I don't know, programming skills. It requires only a lot of, let's say, determination, a lot of consequence, and yeah, I've got both, right? Later on, I will add it also very interesting smart contracts, because I'm a software developer, by the way, if you didn't know about it. But I want to take it to high level, to be honest, without smart contracts. Why? Because I want it to be a blueprint for other influencers that cannot be monetized. You know, in the beginning, when you're, let's say, when you decide to become an influencer, YouTube influencer, let's say, YouTube creator, you will not get paid for a very long time, right? Because you need at least 1,000 subscribers first in order to even qualify for monetization. So this is a blueprint of how to get monetized long before you can get that monetization from the platform you are on, right? So yeah, this thing will be copied. It will serve as a blueprint. I'm literally showing to the world how to do it, how to make it, how to, let's say, make a meme coin and adopt it as your own stock market, right? It's kind of tokenization of myself, but in an unofficial way. So that's why it's simply, much simpler. Web 3 David Demon says, I'm the Undesi Emmanuel. Okay, but you must write it in the live chat here, not on Telegram. Write it in the live chat because I have opened my phone, so I see what we are writing here. But you should be writing it in the live chat because otherwise other people will not know, what the hell you're what the hell am I talking about, right? They will think I'm crazy or something. And that they will not see your text. So Udensi, I encourage you to participate here in this live chat. And on top of that, I get no benefit from anybody, from like let's say talking to somebody who's writing on Telegram group, on official high tech meme coin Telegram group. Here, I on this live stream, I get no benefit. Why? Because it's not scored by YouTube algorithm. If somebody writes in the live chat, that's something the YouTube algorithm promotes, right? If I have busy live chat, so it does not help, me anyhow. It does not help the project anyhow. So that's why, yeah, just write in the live chat of the live stream. That will be much better. Unless maybe I don't know, maybe just maybe I don't. It does not update. It already happened to me once. Someone was writing me, and I saw it after the live stream. Let me refresh it, just to make sure I do not suffer the same issue. No, but no, definitely not. Okay, definitely not, because at this point I would already see it. Okay, this one, let me stop it because it will consume my bandwidth, which is not unlimited where I'm at. The internet here is not really good. So yes, that's why I think this is a very interesting approach, and this coin has been in existence for 7 months and 12 days. I even asked Grok, was the average, let's say, 1 second, allow me to quickly check. I can even, yeah, okay, it's fine. I can even ask Grok here, what is the lifespan of a typical rug pull, right? If for whatever reason you think it could be a rug pull, a typical lifespan of a rug pull meme coin on Solana, let's say. Uh, let's see what he says. To be honest, I already know what he's going to say. Because my previous live stream on my main YouTube channel, which I run in Polish, which is like 10 times bigger than this one, by the way. That's also a very important information to anyone interested in high tech. that this is not my only YouTube channel. I expect this YouTube channel to become my main YouTube channel, but it's so far it has a long distance to catch up to my Polish one as of yet. But I believe it will change. Especially, once I get a vibrant community here, things will go really, really fast. The problem is to get, first people engaged and first people, I don't know, excited about what I'm doing here. Because, all of the volume here, all of this price action that you see here comes from my Polish community. Here there's literally nothing from global community, right? Only from my Polish community. And quite something has been going on here. It's not like it's completely nothing. In volume, it was like, I don't know, $100,000 so far from the very beginning, maybe even $150,000 of volume has been generated here. So no, considering that I'm a very niche influencer so far, that's not so bad. So yeah. So as you see, key statistic of a lifespan, average time to rook under 25 minutes, you see. A sharp decline from earlier trends of around 2 hours. Average age of a liquid token 1.3 hours. Rug pool prevalence, about 30% of income projects are outright rugs, with 98.6% of pump fund tokens collapsing into pump and dump schemes shortly after launch. On Radium, 93% of liquidity pools show soft rug characteristics, gradual liquidity removal. Okay. So it's very, very short-lived, right? At 120 hours, you see, very, very short-lived. A typical rug pool will not survive first day or first week, and 3 months, that's pretty much all over with all of them. And this one is in existence for 7 months and 12 days so far. So it already escapes all of the statistics of a rug pool, right? So do with that what you will. But yeah, this is, I mean, if you think this is a rug pool, then your imagination is not very rich, unfortunately. So yeah, the fact how bad the sentiment is right now in the crypto market, coming back to the general crypto situation, to me is a very clear indication we are not going to see end of a bull market anytime soon. I don't think it will end this year. I will be even surprised if it, at this point, knowing what is coming to the altcoin market specifically, not really to Bitcoin market, because Bitcoin market has its narratives, Bitcoin reserve, sovereign Bitcoin reserve, and those definitely still have some room to go. I don't think we are at the tipping point just yet, probably not. But once TradFi adopts stablecoins, then the real fun begins. Then there is literally no barriers in between average Joe and his wallet and the altcoin market and the meme coin market, right? So that's why tracking what TradFi is doing and how fast they are moving. I already said it on this YouTube channel many times. I think within 2 years from now, so end of 2027, you will be able to pay for groceries with stablecoins pretty much everywhere in the Western world. So imagine that type of reality, right? Where anyone is free to invest in whatever altcoin they want instantly, right? They can send their money in stablecoins. It's very easy. I don't know, to a meme coin, to a crypto project, that will open a floodgate this space has never seen yet, has never seen before. So that's why I have a very hard time believing the altcoin market will persist in a bear market because it has been in a bear market since 2021. The real chart of let's say total altcoin market is really sad. It's really sad, meaning that we must be very close to a flip, very close. And some of the top of the barrel inverse indicators are saying that we are going to go much lower, and everything is about to get reduced even stronger. And one of those one of those inverse indicators is James Wynn, of course, and yeah. Let me give you an example. Yeah, for example, here it says delusional bulls running out of steam showed weakness on this rebound. Now is the best time to feast. Buckle up, chumps. What else? 88K remains the target. You see, this guy. I mean, he how many times he got liquidated? And listen, and I remind you, when this guy was on the top of the world, and everyone was looking at him, everyone was thinking he is a trading guru, a Neo from the Matrix, as you see, because he was making really decent money out of small, relatively speaking, small amounts. I said he's going to get liquidated. Why? Because I know for a fact what is the math of futures trading, and it's very against the odds. Very, it's like it's worse than in the casino. Literally, in the casino, you've got a better chance of making it than in the futures market. So that's why I said, don't worry, he's going to get liquidated anyway. And he got liquidated, then he came back, he got liquidated again, then he came back, he got liquidated again, and just goes on and on and on. And it will continue to go like that. Maybe with two short breaks, but that will be the overall experience. And Jim Cramer also said something negative about markets. Jim Cramer, not Jim Cramer's. This is a false one, a fake one. Jim Cramer. Where is he? People, okay. This one? Yeah, 2.3 million. Where did he say it? Where is it? Market betting that we will soon have budget deal. Still worried about low income spending. So he's bearish. But that's not the post I was having on my mind. What was it? I can't find it now. Like I said last night, anything consumer oriented has seemed to have entered bear market territory. Just an incredible reversal. Yeah, so you see, so general, what is not consumer related? Everything is consumer related. So yeah, so this guy, this guy flipped bearish, and that is literally what we needed. I mean, that's his superpower to say one thing, and you know, the a complete opposite happens. So James Wynn plus Jim Cramer, best and zero chance by now. Just too strong, too strong of a combination, too strong of a combo. So yeah. And others chart, as I mentioned previously, is sitting nicely and comfortably in the support zone. Wednesday daily closed in green, as you see, and now we are gearing up slowly for another move up. And once we get above this mass here, this vicinity, sky is the limit, and we will start the real altcoin season finally, because it took its time. And remember, I told you we are going to get a secondary dip after this. It's not how I wanted to paint it. After this one here, I told you we are going to get a secondary dip. The only thing I didn't know exactly how deep is going to be, which one of those moves down will turn out to be that secondary dip. But yeah, now it's obvious. We have it like 99% with 99% certainty. I even go as far as to say 99.9, because I throw into the mix the sentiment, right? The sentiment is really really bad. Like people are not in good moods when you revise revise the comments under whatever bullish posts. People are making fun of it, or are angry. They either laugh at it or they are angry at it, right? Because of it. So that's like literally bottom of the barrel, bottom of the pit. It cannot get any worse. And mainstream influencers, they say, is a start of a bear market, even though Bitcoin is above $100,000, right? It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. This is not how it happens. Mainstream influencers will find out about bear market when this one is already like, I don't know, 70% deep, minus 70% from the local top. Then they will be talking about a bear market. And then we will, within maybe a month or two, start a new bull market. Because they just realize way too late. That's their thing. And to be perfectly honest, you cannot really see in plain sight when bear market starts. That's not how it works. You will be able to tell it after it's already very very deep. After we are literally up until here in bear market, then you will know for sure. Okay, we are actually in a bear market, right? But while we are entering it, when we are transitioning from a bull market to bear market, it takes a long time before you know with high degree of certainty. So yeah, so at least one more push, and let me repeat it again. If in the same kind of setup, same kind of situation here in this moment, right? In the future, in this moment of this scheme, of this pattern, in the future, market is euphoric. That means we're probably about to correct big time, and on top of it, it could be a start of a bear market, right? So literally the exact opposite of what we are seeing right now. So yeah, guys, share, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to do your duties. Anybody who listens to this live stream right now, that's mandatory. And yeah, that will help, of course. The more subscribers it has, the more YouTube promotes it. Although recently I see a drop in views because the vertical live stream has collected only 21. That's very few. It used to be well over 100. Maybe it's because people got a little bit bored. People got burnt with what altcoin market has done to them. Well, worry not. They will come back. So yeah, so this is what I wanted to say. Oh, okay. Maybe let's review quickly also Bitcoin dominance, what has developed there. So yeah, we managed to close this daily red, and even though it actually, judging by candle bodies, it looks like it could be a bull flag, but the problem with this specific chart is the higher it is, the more you must give benefit of a doubt to bearish formations, right? So a bearish case is that it got spunked here with this long green wick. The fact that it's green doesn't really matter because the candle body is very squashed, so it could very well it's like statistical error. It could very well be red in the same shape. It would give us literally the same meaning. And the following candle is red, meaning that like kind of confirming that this one here was a selling pressure, very difficult to sustain, to withstand. It consumed a lot of energy, and there is no more to stay at levels this high. So that's why it will have to come down. That's how I read it, of course. I would not bet my head on it. Remember, whatever I say here, whatever I recommend, I do not do myself. I have my own trading systems that do it for me, and that's actually the best way of navigating this market. Just write your strategy and run it on a server 24/7 instead of staring at charts. I still stare at charts, but I do not do anything because I know I will not be able to make it better than my trading system. I've been too long with it not to know it. So yeah. And S&P 500 right now, of course, it looks much more optimistic, especially on smaller time frames. It looks much better, definitely much better, because today, for most of the day we saw a recovery, a sell-off only in last 1 hour. So that gives us a little bit of more merit, let's say, to insist that it will come back up and actually continue with its bull market. Eventually, if I'm wrong, it is also possible that TradFi will go to hell and the crypto market will hold quite well. That's also possible, especially given how altcoins are oversold, because altcoins are very, very strongly oversold. They just got beaten up very heavily twice, and in order to observe, a price decline there must be a source of selling pressure. And if pretty much everyone and their mother have already sold, who is going to apply the selling pressure, right? It makes literally no sense. So that's why I do not really expect much more punishment in the altcoin market. I think it's really the bears are exhausted there. That's it. They're no longer in power. Don't confuse with volatility, of course, because that will not erase whatever negative volatility, because this market by nature is very volatile. So of course, I don't know, a red day can happen tomorrow, even the rest of the weekend it can happen red, but it's not going to come close to what we've seen throughout the last 2 weeks, or actually throughout last month, let's say. Now you should pull your guard up and take a closer look. Pay attention, because we are getting close. We are really getting close to what we've been waiting for, meaning the altcoin season, a real one, roaring bull. The crypto market will not skip it, will not shy away from it. It's just mathematically impossible. So yeah. So that's it, guys, for today. That's what I wanted to tell you. And actually, not for today. I will be live streaming later today too. I mean, according to my time zone, of course, For some of you, it will be tomorrow. And share, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to allocate something into high tech if you haven't done so, because this is a very small market. It has amazing potential. Or if you, I don't know, if you sympathize with me and you want to toss a tip, then just get yourself a little bit of high tech, and that will do just fine. So yeah, thank you for your time, guys, and I'll see you sometime later today or tomorrow.